Palermo has its own gritty grandeur. Coming from Paris was definitely a sea change, but how beautiful. The charm really grew on us, and we loved watching cars trying to navigate the tiny streets and the tiny parking spaces. And our beautiful garden from our Airbnb host up the stairs was just lovely to be in, and the flowers and plants really reminded us of California. Stairs inside his home up to our bedroom, lots and lots and lots of stairs everywhere in Sicily, outside, inside. Beautiful artwork adorned the walls, and it was just such a cozy place to be. And the charm of the walkway, the very, very busy walkways, was just steps away. And here is the Testi di Moro, which I knew nothing about until arriving there, and they're everywhere. Beautiful, beautiful ceramic vases from Caltigirone, if I'm saying that correctly.
Caltagirone. Close. Ceramic city of central Sicily. One legend I've read the most. Two lovers, 11th century. She tended plants on her balcony in the Calza neighborhood of Palermo. Below, our Sicilian Juliet spotted a handsome Moorish Romeo. They fell hard for each other like dried petals from her flowers, that withered as soon as jealousy had overpowered her senses enraged. When a truth was engaged, he had to return to a secret family of his own, so she decapitated him and planted his head, and under it basil seeds were sown. She'd always have him nearby, an herbal hairdo growing out of the dead. Neighbors were inspired by this head vase pot under massive basil and bodacious blooms. They had potters make their heads, though not always found in garden beds, sometimes displayed in random rooms. Aperol Spritz, one in Palermo. First drink in many a street food dish. Mother Mary will come to you if you need a moment of grace, and or just sip and observe the dichotomies of this vibrant and chaotic place. Perhaps a limoncello submarine. The Arabs brought the gifts of oranges, lemons, and limes over skies of blue and seas of green. Various stories online are shared. Caponata in Sicily appeared, sweet and sour veggie stew, influenced by the Spanish, Arabs, and the Jewish too. Grilled smoked bread to top it on, and then more comes out in Sicilian song. Pennelli, chickpea-based treats, casilli, potato and herbs to taste. Then the arancini, ancient rice balls filled or drops. Can't eat much more. At least 10 miles to walk it off. But there's no hurry, just take it all in. And an inexpensive win, priceless experience flutter on by. I wonder what these signs say. Glance from gutter to sky. We'll translate next. More new music on the way. All senses gone to heaven. I think I can now die. Or stay. So this is the Auto Breakfast Cafe and Grill. The accordion player was just the opening act. Wish you could taste my flavorful scramble and Chalet's poached eggs, both on top of pieces of art, truth beyond fact. The mustard dips with dried flowers, all the elements came together splendidly. We even ate there a different morning, ordered the same thing, total gustatory ecstasy.
Head into the market.
Dubidubidum, cibum, cibum, dubidubidum. Via, via, vieni via con me. Entra questo amore buio, non perderti per niente al mondo. Non perderti per niente. Lo spettacolo d'arte fare di una vita. It's a wonderful day.
Eu acho linda, sabe?
When you dance down the street, feeling glad that you're in love.
There was a succulent garden outside and a succulent breakfast we had there. More prickly pear, lantana looks just like home. We notice often on tables were wee little succulents in petite containers, which became a thing at our house, though we've been doing that for a while. I can't stop planting them. Stop me, somebody, help! Well, if you can't be in Sicily, you might as well bring Sicily to here. Notice the tablecloth was bought in Palermo. I also propagate life from mugs, hair goop containers, old barbecues, and even a broken umbrella stand.
Driving for 3 minutes. So far, so good.
One, two, three, hit it, boys. Ingredients. Don't have chili flakes, so I'm gonna do a little Hatch Valley chili flakes mixed with a little bit of this we discovered when we were in Sicily. Alright, I have cut the aubergine eggplant in about 1/2-inch slices or so we're a little thicker. And I want to dry them out with some salt. So I'm going to desertify them. Is that a word? Desertification. And put them in a colander and let them sit for about a half hour. I'm going to do both sides, not just one. Well, I tried to grow them. I grew a tiny bit of an eggplant during COVID. But we'll let this sit for 30 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to chop some veggies, etc. About a cup of tomatoes as well. I already cut up the onion, and I'm going to add these mini bell peppers, a little more color, and then we'll cube the eggplant and roast it. Could grill it, could fry it. I think I'll roast it. All right, salt in them one more time. A lot of the salt came off. I cut them in cubes. Some people say 1 inch. I did about ½ inch, so maybe it will only take about 15 to 20 minutes instead of 25 to 30. All right. Send it in on its merry way. Woo! It's hot. It is a summer dish. Add the onions. Oh yeah. The celery. The pepper. And I'll add these other ingredients in a little bit. And instead of just salt, I think somebody's home. I'm gonna add this. Veggies have softened up, so now I'm gonna add a teaspoon of capers. Actually a tablespoon, and maybe a half more, and then those tomatoes, and some people use tomato paste, so I'm gonna probably put a little bit of that in a minute, as well as about a 1/3 cup of green olives and kalimata Greek. It's beautiful. I can't really touch it. It is beautiful. See? Ooh, now we're gonna add a shot of vinegar. Some people add sugar. I'm gonna add honey. Every different recipe is different in different regions. Yeah, so the sweet and sour combined really work well, supposedly. I'm gonna throw in some raisins. This is what, like a 1/3 of a cup. Hatch Valley chilies. And a bay leaf or 2, they're kind of small. Oops, that one didn't make it, take 2. And some tomato paste to thicken it a little. About 1.5 tablespoons. Okay, definitely smell the vinegar. It's a sour. I put a little more honey. I'm gonna add a little more of this spicy stuff. And I added a little pepper as well. Maybe a little more salt. And then the eggplant should be ready in about 10-15 minutes. Now they're pretty toasty, roasty. I'm gonna add those to this beautiful mix. And then I'm gonna grill this. The grill outside is heating up. That's the olive bread from Trader Joe's. I added a little bit of this on there. And hopefully it's all right, or excellent. Manja time. I forgot to add the basil. You could do parsley and mint as well.
Buongiorno.